how do you feel certain topics that students learn will change? For example, do you see robotics becoming part of the future curriculums?
Yeah, I do. I'll touch on robotics in a second, but first I want to say that I think one of the ways that topics and learning will change is that we need to be able to translate what is learned into actionable insights. And by we, I mean future generations, because it's going to be out of our hands by this time that I'm envisioning with Gen Beta, some 50 years from now when they're the adults taking the reins. They're going to need to do more than just data and information. By that time, we're going to have so much data, it'll be in abundance, right? We will now need people to connect the dots, provide solutions, and explain and lead in living sustainably, how to increase social justice and make prosperity available to everyone. And I think robotics do tie into that because I think robotics may be what bridges the gap that we currently have between what we call blue collar and white collar work. For many decades, maybe a century, there's been this distinction between like knowledge work and manual labor. And those have implications for class and socioeconomic status, educational attainment, income level, earnings, all of those things that you might call social mobility. And I think robotics may be part of a merging of these two occupational spheres. And it speaks to there being sort of a renaissance in STEM, right? Science, tech, engineering, and math, a STEM renaissance that will kind of renew our relationship with nature. Science is the study of nature. And as we transition into the post normal climate of what some people call the man made environment or the Anthropocene, I hope I'm saying that correctly, our biosphere is adapting. And so it will be very strategic if we can revamp STEM so that we can achieve greater harmony with nature and use robotics to coordinate things like biotech and genetics and AI and really orchestrate these new technologies that will help us essentially, adapt to new realities on our planet.